What's up, everyone? This is Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures, and today we're doing something completely different. I'm actually headed to West Mineral, Kansas to meet with Chris Holloway, who is the founder, creator, president, CEO, grand poobah of the More Expo, which fantastic event in Springfield, Missouri, held every February, typically over what would be Valentine's weekend. Had a great time at this year's past expo. You can watch that video. A super event. Definitely one I would recommend. Anyway, he is putting on another event in May called the Big Iron Overland Rally. It is at the Big Brutus RV Park in West Mineral, Kansas. And it's May 14th, 15th, 16th, that time frame. And it's going to be kind of a cross between an overland expo type thing and a music festival. Because there's going to be vendors all around. There's not a lot of off-roading. He's going to have some places mapped out and that sort of thing to check out. But it's more, vendor booths, hang out with friends, and then a lot of great music acts. So it'll be a very different event, and I think it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be teaching a couple classes on Gaia GPS, and there'll be some other classes offered and some guest speakers and that sort of thing. But today I am headed there to meet him there and just find out all the details about the event, so that you can so that you can know. We're gonna look at Big Brutus, which is this massive earth mover digger thing. It's the centerpiece of this area, is this famous Big Brutus. And then we're gonna hang out. We're gonna camp tonight there along the lake or the stream, along the water. As you can see, I'm in my wife's Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, mainly because it's going to get chilly tonight, and I don't know what their hammock setup is, and I didn't want to bring the trailer, and we've got the rooftop tent, so yay for that. And anyway, it'll be a great weekend. Hope you enjoy this, because it'll be something a little different than what we're used to.
Ozark Overland Adventures is proudly supported by the More Expo, the Midwest's only indoor event for adventure travel enthusiasts. Artemis Overland Hardware. They have the passion and knowledge to ensure that your next outdoor experience is more than a camping trip, it's an adventure. And the Big Iron Overland Rally, a 3-day weekend camp out and concert experience at the Big Brutus historic landmark.
Look at this guy. He's massive. There's Big Brutus.
In half a mile, turn left.
Okay, I will. That thing's huge. There's Brutus. And there's the More Expo mobile.
You've arrived at your destination.
Well, we are going to go apparently drive through a huge cloud of dust. That's something. All right, he's got a route that he made up, just driving a bunch of dirt roads that are scenic and stuff. So we're gonna run it. I'll show you what we get into.
The land around Big Brutus is quite unique. Most of the lakes and ponds you see in this area were old strip mines dug out to access and harvest the rich coal seams in the area. Once the mining in the strip pit had been finished, they were left abandoned and would fill with water and later stocked with fish for recreational purposes. There are over 1,000 strip mine lakes dotting the landscape on public land here. And in addition to fishing, this area is rich with birds and wildlife to enjoy.
Saw you walking the line, and the truth may
that was a fun little tour of the area. A lot prettier than I expected this part of Kansas to be. It is definitely flat, but all the little lakes and stuff that were all dug out by Brutus at one point, they're really nice. There's a couple of them that have places you can camp next to them. I hear the fishing's not bad in some of them. So definitely looking forward to coming up here in May and hanging out here. There's some pretty stuff here. This field is going to be where all the camping spots are. Music acts will be down there on that stage. Vendors will be back behind us. So the prime camping spots are going to be the ones that back up here to Brutus, because you'll be able to have your rig parked right with view of the stage. We're going out here to camp by the lake tonight.
Big Brutus is the nickname of the Bucharest Erie Model 1850-B electric shovel, which was the second largest of its type in operations in the 1960s and 1970s. The shovel was designed to dig from 20 to 69 feet down to unearth relatively shallow coal seam. Fabrication of Big Brutus was completed in May 1963, after which it was shipped on 150 railroad cars to be assembled in Kansas. It operated until 1974, when it became uneconomical to mine coal at the site. When Big Brutus was retired, it was backed out of its last pit and was considered too big to move, and was just left in place where it was parked. Today, it is the centerpiece of the Big Brutus Museum and open year-round for people to enjoy.
As a comparison, I'm now in the track. This thing is massive. According to Chris, this is the third largest, I guess, excavator ever built, and the current largest one in existence, because the other two that were bigger are dismantled. It's crazy. .22 miles an hour. Dang. It's like a submarine in here. This big old thing driven from this little cockpit. That's crazy. I like our rigs out there. Well, if you don't know who this guy is, this is Chris Holloway. He is the mastermind behind the More Expo, which has been a fantastic event. Doubled in size from the first year to this past year's, and it was just fantastic being able to do that in the midst of a pandemic and all that sort of stuff. So,
And we
props to you
battled
for that.
Thank you. Battled the snowstorm too.
And we battled a snowstorm.
Yeah.
So, but Chris, tell us about this event, because we're out here at what is it, Big Brutus? Is that what it's called? Big Brutus.
Big Brutus, West Mineral, Kansas.
And so we're gonna have an overland rally.
Yeah.
What, mid-May? I can't remember, 14th, 15th?
May 14th
Yeah.
through 16th, we're gonna have the Big Iron Overland Rally down here, and it happened really quick. And we
I was
decided
because we were at More Expo just 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't even.
There were so many people
calendar then.
that missed out on being able to come to the expo because of the snowstorm, and there were so many people that didn't get to come because of COVID and stuff like that. We just really wanted to thank all of our supporters and do something awesome for the overland community, especially the Midwest overland community, that just would blow everybody's mind. So I was actually out here at Brutus on a family trip, and we were walking around, and I saw the stage back here, and I had that Field of Dreams vision where it was like,
Just had the vision.
man, if we build something out here, people will come to it, and it'll be awesome. So before I even announced it, we had bands booked, and we had the place all locked down, so we've got the rights to come out here and do the Overland Rally. And it's spring, so people are still kind of gearing up and getting ready to go. This could be people's first trip, so we're ecstatic about it. But I've always wanted to do something with killer live music and outdoor family games, and
So it's kind of More Expo meets Woodstock.
yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Not. There's a lot of things that Woodstock had that we won't.
Absolutely.
But we'll have a lot of things that Woodstock didn't have, like bathrooms
Yeah.
and
I mean,
comfortable camping.
The facility out here is just so cool, and the Brutus and the huge field just right over there, that everybody can just kind of line up and camp and hang out.
Yeah.
And the music act's going to be right there at the back of it with this kind of hill.
Yeah.
Right
an
here to
amazing
line up on
hill
around.
Backdrop. So you can come out, you can bring your kayak, do some kayaking. There's awesome fishing in all the pits out here. So the pits are all stocked catfish, bass, crappie. There are a couple pits down in this area, and we brought you right by one of them today. It's actually got trout in it because it's spring fed.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the water's cold enough to catch trout, which is a big deal around here.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of trout in Kansas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no doubt. So, we've got it set up. We'll have a fire ring up here, kind of a community fire area.
Kind of a big bonfire area right here.
Yeah, we'll
on the
have
edge.
some bands jamming up here.
Right here with the bucket.
In the bucket. And this gives you an idea how big it is.
Yeah, we got to get the photo of the rigs parked in there.
Yeah, I know, right?
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So I'm just super excited. I think this is the fun kickoff event for the year. Come out, test your rigs out. We've got some scenic routes that are. The last one that we ran down here is a 100-mile loop, and
We ran part of that earlier.
yeah, we ran part of it.
That was beautiful.
Just like the first 10 miles of it.
Yeah,
and
that was gorgeous.
I mean, this area is just something that people don't ever get out and see.
Yeah, I've never seen this part before, and it
you're
was
all over the
gorgeous.
place.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, so we just needed an
neat.
excuse to bring some people out here, and I love what we're doing for old Brutus here.
So cool.
Brutus costs $250,000 to paint, and they need to paint it about every 20 years.
Really?
So they're coming up on that.
So it's due.
And we're
It's on
trying
a-
to help them raise some money to
Okay.
get this thing painted
Well, that's
too.
cool.
And we've got pavilions up here. I don't know if you saw those.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have food trucks up there. There's 3 food trucks that are coming in. They're also going to have a hog roast.
Ooh.
So like a whole hog roast, which is my favorite thing of any event. And then they'll also have a beer garden up there. So come in, help support Big Brutus, buy a beer, come down here to the stage, listen to music, and just check it out. This is such a cool venue to come camp at. What I love about these events is just bringing this community together and getting out like we're doing right now. Just hang out, sit around a fire, sharpen some iron. You know, there might be a guy you've been chatting with on Facebook back and forth forever, and you know, you never really got to meet the guy and hang out with him. And,
Yeah.
you know, these are good events. For
Yeah, that's
being
one thing I
able to
love
do
about
that
these events.
stuff. Yeah.
Now I know up until recently, all the campsites were booked, but you've actually talked them into opening up more space,
Yep.
and now there's still some available.
Yeah, so we opened up 50 more spots. 20 of them sold immediately. And
So the point is, if you haven't booked, hurry.
yeah, can we do the link below thing?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, link below.
below.
Link in the description.
Yeah, like, subscribe, follow also.
And you also got classes that are being taught.
Yeah,
I know I'm teaching a couple guy classes.
Mhm.
You got Switchback, outdoor safety,
Yep.
teaching classes again.
Switchback's doing
Who else?
trauma and an off-road recovery, and that's it. So
Okay.
yeah, we're doing 3 classes a day. It's the same 3 classes each day. We just wanted to hit 3 very important things. We wanted to hit, you know, healthcare and trauma and first aid and that kind of stuff. We wanted to hit off-road recovery, obviously, because that's extremely important. And we wanted to hit mapping.
The navigation piece.
I think
yeah.
that's like the 3 things.
That'll be
that-
awesome. And they're not back to back to back like they were at Moore. So we've actually
Yeah.
got time to hang out afterwards and
Yeah.
talk and answer questions and
Yep.
not have to shuffle right out to get the next class in.
Exactly.
That's-
So you've
that'll be
got
awesome.
time to stretch it as long as you need or as short as you want to. We've got, yeah, and the schedule changes each day. So, you know, if you're going to be doing the same thing each day at the same time, but there's a class you want to hit, that's okay because it's,
Yeah.
you know, one's at noon one day and then it's the same class at 4 o'clock the next
Yeah.
day. So we wanted to get some education in there.
That'd be awesome.
To help everybody out. That's key. It's why I go
Yeah.
to a lot of these events.
Exactly. You lost your shoes? How'd you lose your shoes?
Do you want to come down? All right.
Dueling Scottle street taco action going on. Chris is making the beef, Rhino's making the pork.
I'm trying.
I'm being lame and just making the rice. Morning. Just got up, kind of gathering things away in here. Slept great last night. Was warm. It got down to like 34 degrees, but I had my new Enlightened equipment quilt and brought my 0 degree sleeping bag just to have it to throw on top of me in case I needed it. Just kind of as an extra blanket, but didn't really need it. Slept great. Now we're just gathering around. It's gorgeous. This was so peaceful last night. Occasionally you could hear coyotes in the distance howling and doing that crazy sound that coyotes make. But it's so peaceful here. This was my first time to sleep solo in the Sidekick 2 from Global Road Outdoors. And I mean, it's great for me and Kara, absolutely. But sleeping solo in here, you just got room to, you know, sleep on one side, spread all your gear out. I had my laptop up here, of course my bag, and this is perfect size. Absolutely love it. It's a great tent. Of course we did add the X-Bed mattress to it, which is really the best mattress I've ever slept on. So, and that I think includes my bed at home. It's awesome. But time to get up. Gonna cook some eggs and bacon and see what we do today. think there's a news crew coming out here to talk to Chris later this morning about the Big Iron Rally. So we'll see, but I've got to head home late morning. It's very cold this morning. Okay, you gotta check this out. You're gonna laugh, but I'm testing a new fridge. It's this little guy. It's 12 liters. And when I first saw it, I thought there's no way that's gonna be practical. But for one night trips or like a day trip, I love this thing. It's so tiny. I've been running it off this, where's my stuff? The back is not organized, so. I've been running off this Gulu 500 watt LiPo battery pack overnight. It's still at 100%, so this thing draws like no power. And look, it's perfect for one night. I got my bacon and a little egg carton and some sandwich meat and some Cokes and a couple things for our tacos last night. And it's just perfect. This is my Big Dometic. That's too big for a day trip. And I don't like just leaving it in the back of my Jeep. And I don't like dealing with ice anymore because I'm spoiled from having the fridge. And so usually on day trips, I'll just take a water bottle and maybe throw some Lunchables in the back of the Jeep and not take anything. But I love having this little guy. I'll put a link to it. I can't remember how much it is. It's not expensive at all. I mean, it's cheaper than a small Yeti cooler. And I just think this little guy is perfect for day trips and one-nighters when you're, you know, by yourself. I like it a lot. It's cute. Quick impromptu gear review. Jetboil Genesis. Fantastic stove. I love how small it packs up. Really good stove. Killer fire control. I mean, the Front Runner kitchen gear pack thing. I actually really like it. Rolls up real well. Great for keeping all your stuff. What I don't like about this is, one, the knives in it, they're horrible. Or at least this is not a chef's knife. And I love to cook, so I'm picky about these things. This is not good for cutting anything except maybe filleting a fish, which you don't do a lot at camp. At least I don't. This should be like a legit chef's knife or chef's size knife with a bigger blade. That's lame. I don't like that they don't give you covers for all the knives because I just stabbed myself with that. A bread knife. Really? Are we slicing big loaves of bread at camp a lot? That's kind of silly. The forks and spoons, fantastic. The cutting board, great. They don't give you any tongs. Why don't they give you any tongs? I'm probably gonna take this little fork stabby thing and put some tongs in there, because if you cook meat, you don't stab it with a fork, because that just lets the juices run out. That's not cool. But a little quick review. I like it, but there's some things I don't like. This is pointless. I don't like it.
Hot cocoa for you, sir.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we might come over for breakfast.
Come on, I got 2 more eggs I can cook.
Yeah, we're getting ready to fire some up also.
So what are we making over here?
Corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got the corned beef and the potatoes.
Yeah, it's
pre-done.
ready to go.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of looks like
Okay, that's cheating.
kind of looks like cat food. Yeah, it's totally cheating. But if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
That's true. All right, and how many people do you know that put a full-size coffee pot in the back of their rigs? And he does it because he can with the full Red Arc power system and 2 200 watt-hour batteries?
2
Or-
100 amp hour
Or
batteries.
2 100 amp hour batteries.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just brought the full-size coffee. No fancy overlanding French press thing going on here. Just Bring the coffee pot from home and plug it in.
Yep.
Because you can.
You gotta make sure Chris is representing. There we go.
More trails, less bullshit.
There we go. And yes, that, all that. And yeah, get your new, we got our new patches in. Get our patches. Links in the description.
Well, thanks again, Joe, and congratulations. Now let's turn our attention to Chris. And I understand you're here to promote a pretty big event that's going to be happening next month.
Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere. Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere. Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere.
Really hated to see this trip come to an end. Had a fantastic time hanging out with Chris and Rhino and just chilling there at Big Brutus. That is such a cool location. If you have not signed up for the Big Iron Overland Rally, do that. It's gonna be an awesome event and I can't wait for it. May 14th through 16th. I'll be there for sure. Would love to meet you and hang out with you. It's gonna be an awesome weekend. Just really a whole lot of relaxing, watching bands, couple classes. That'll be great. But really just a great time to hang out with friends there. It'll be a lot of fun. I will see you on the next adventure.